The other day, my wife showed me a post on Nextdoor, which is an app a lot of homeowners will use to refer people, recommend people to do different home services. And she showed me a post from a person who had called us previously 4 or 5 weeks ago about a deck estimate, and the individual was insistent that we come out the next day to provide an estimate. And when Sarah in our office was very clear that that's just not going to happen, our salespeople, myself especially, we were booked out for up to around 2 weeks, but we could schedule a time after that. He proceeded to not want us to give him an estimate, but then he also made the mistake of hiring somebody who was just readily available. And the post basically said, he paid him money and hired him to do the project, but hasn't heard from him for weeks, and was wondering if anybody knew of the company or the individual or how to contact them. And this is a story that I've heard multiple times, many times, in all services, whether it's decking, siding, windows. It's happened across the board. But I will say in decking, it seems to happen more frequently. I've been to houses where people have paid up front like this individual and nothing has happened for 8 months. I've heard stories where we had an individual that was going to hire us, but then they found somebody that said they could start in 2 days. I want to make this very clear. If a company can start your project in 2 days, there's reasons for that, and they're not usually good. So just let that make you just step back and think for a second. When I tell people we're 10, 12 weeks out, some of them, they don't like it, but I think that shows that if we have 4 full-time crews building decks every day and we're 10 to 12 weeks out, we're doing something right. And we might not be the fastest, but I can guarantee you we're one of the best. But if you have it where they can start in 2 days, or they want a ton of money up front to start your deck, be very, very careful. Decking is unique, where a lot of people can go in and say they've done decking, and people kind of assume that decking isn't really, really difficult, but it can be done wrong and it can be a real hassle. So find a company that you trust. Don't find the company that's just readily available and can start right away. And then check references and make sure they do a really good job of showing you and explaining exactly what they're going to do on your deck project and exactly what you're going to receive for what.